Oh, there's a question about the Hill function. Let's talk about that. So yes, so the Hill function is generically, if you want something that starts at 0, has a minimum at 0, a maximum at 1, is monotonically increasing and smooth, and also has a defined position where its value is 1/2, and controllable slope in the middle, then the Hill function is a typical thing to use. Another one people use sometimes is hyperbolic tangent. Tanh also has that property. Is another one. One nice thing about the Hill function is it's just for exponentiation, so it's fast to evaluate numerically. It's simple to differentiate. There are other ones that have different symmetry properties. The Hill function is symmetric if the x-axis is linear. Sometimes you want something that goes up where the x-axis is exponential instead. But absolutely, for say setting if you have something where you have a degree of mesenchymalness of your cells as a parameter and you want to set the motility, Hill function would be a typical way to do that. Anytime we have a switch between 0 and 1 that's gradual, and we don't know a lot about the details, a Hill function tends to be the thing we go to first.
Okay, so thank you everybody for your patience. Sorry again about the Zoom confusion. We will be looking into that today to make sure that tomorrow's link doesn't have any more problems. And I apologize about the wrong link going out this morning. We'll make sure that correct links go out multiple times tonight and tomorrow morning again. So we are a couple minutes behind. I'm going to run through this kind of quickly because it's mostly just normal intro stuff. Just as a reminder that today's sessions, including this one, are being live streamed, recorded, and will be distributed on YouTube after we're finished. The slide decks for today and the demo materials can be found in the student materials folder. We're working on getting those uploaded now. I'll get links out before Julia gets started here. And again, if you have not yet joined the Slack channel, here is a link to do so. So today we are looking at links and aggregate behaviors. So an important thing to understand in CompuCell once you start doing your actual large-scale tissue modeling. I'm going to start the day with a session on building compartmental cells with Julia Belmonte, followed by link cell crawling and convergent extension. We'll have some time for lightning talks in the extra session today, as well as discussing just general hackathon principles and strategies. Part 2 on link cell crawling and convergent extension, and then we'll have a session on using links in tissue folding applications from Priyam Adhyapak as our session 4 today. Again, schedule is the same as it has been all week. We'll have our breaks at 11:30, 2, and 4:15. Again, just a reminder that everybody is muted by default. If you need to ask a question, please do so in the chat or raise your hand and we can potentially unmute you to ask your question. If it's something sort of complicated, it would be easier just to address through speech. Again, if you're using nanoHUB today, we do have this workaround because the version 4 tool of nanoHUB has been having this issue with the Python drop-down window not rendering in. Let me go grab this link for you. So we're using the capillary tool. Instead, it's a slightly older version of CompuCell, but it will do the job. You just have to click through the warning that is outdated. I'll put that link in the chat. And then stop the simulation. That will automatically start running, and then you can start using CompuCell as normal within that app on nanoHUB. If you haven't installed locally yet, we do recommend that you go ahead and do that, especially if you're going to be participating in the hackathon. If you're still having issues with your installation, there's been a couple of lingering problems with a couple of Linux installs and a couple others. Please do let us know as soon as possible that you're still having trouble with that, and we will get you forwarded to people who can help. I think everybody's pretty much set at this point, except for the couple lingering problems I said. But just if your installation issues have not been addressed yet, please do send me an email as soon as possible today, and we will get that fixed ASAP. Again, just some various resources for the week. And these slides are available in the Google Drive, or will be shortly after I finish up here. Again, these links can be accessed through the slides. Today, you'll be hearing from Dr. Priya Majapuk and Dr. Julia Bamonte, and then obviously myself during the breakout session today. Again, if you have a question for someone and you're not exactly sure who to direct it to, please do feel free just to send it to me, and I can forward you to the appropriate parties.